Hello. Hey, everyone. We're going to go ahead and open the buffet. So feel free to help yourself. We've got just here on the side, and there's another buffet behind us. And then we've got drinks in the corner, and then dessert here in the center. So please help yourselves. Thank you.
Check two. Well, good afternoon, everybody. Wow, wow, wow. What a competition. Everybody having fun? Everybody having a good time? Those of you who do not know me, my name is Steve Gwynn. I am the chair of the high school mock trial competition for the state of Texas. Before we get started, there's something that I want you guys to do. I want you all, the students, to stand up and applaud your teachers, coaches, and parents. This year, I believe we had 170 teams statewide that registered, something like that. 170 teams that registered statewide. So there's about 150 or so that aren't here that would love to be here. So you guys should be happy with your performance. I want to introduce to you the mock trial committee that works together 11 months out of the year to make this competition happen. First of all, Allison Rapond. Allison is responsible for putting together judging panels and making sure that everybody's in the right place at the right time. Brad Johnson, who is responsible for scanning and emailing the PDFs of all of your score sheets. Jessica Alexander is a case writer. She is not here this weekend. Kevin Anders, who is responsible for checking the math the first time the ballots come in and doing absolutely everything else that we need Kevin to do. Don Wiley, who is one of our case writers. He writes the part that all of you want to play, usually, and is also heavily involved in editing the case. Jamie Olin is another member of our committee. She is not here. She is one of the catch-alls. And, of course, our the co-chair of the committee, without whom we would not have problems because he is chiefly in charge of writing them, the inimitable Taylor Robertson. You guys probably noticed the large man taking pictures to my right, your left. That is my very, very good friend who's been shooting the competition. Is this 21 years? This is 21 years for Big Lou. Funny story. I hear people looing in the audience. Funny story. We hosted nationals in 2007, and we were over in the Hyatt in the grand ballroom because there were 44 teams. And it's a room that's probably 3 times the size of this. And Beverly Godby was the president of the Dallas Bar, and she was giving a speech. And she was about to honor Judy Yarbrough, who was at the time our state coordinator. And she said, and there's one person that this competition would not be able to go forward without. Well, Lou had put a chair in front of the dance floor. And somebody in the back yelled, "Big Lou!" And everybody started Big Louing. And he almost left. I was afraid he was going to, but it's very funny. Maybe you had to be there. I don't know. I would be remiss if I did not thank the Dallas Bar Association and the Dallas Bar Foundation for their support of this competition, without whom we would not have a competition. Texas is dominant in high school mock trial in the country. I went back a few years. Since 2017, there have been 6 competitions. There was no competition in 2020. Texas teams every single year have gone 3-1 in those competitions. And in that time, we've placed 5 out of 6 years in the top 10. In the year that we were not in the top 10, we were 11th. There's other states that can kind of get close to saying that. Georgia and Washington are the only 2 other states that have finished in the top 10 or 11 in the last 6 years. Other teams like New Mexico and South Carolina, Iowa, they don't appear in the top 10 every single year. There's a reason that when our team goes to nationals, the coaches of that team get phone calls to scrimmage from lots and lots and lots of teams because they know that whoever comes here from this state goes to nationals, is a great team. A lot of that credit goes to the Dallas Bar for their support. Big hand for the Dallas Bar Association. So you guys ready to find out who goes to the Final Four? Yeah. We got lots of other stuff to do, like some dad jokes. It wouldn't be this without dad jokes, right? A couple nights ago, my neighbor was yelling at her kids. She was yelling so hard, I brushed my teeth and went to bed early. I got one clap. My niece calls me ankle. I call her knees. I don't know what that is. I went to a seafood restaurant. I said, you know what? I would like a nice lobster tail. The waitress shrugged and said, once upon a time, there was this handsome lobster. See, some of these jokes you're not going to get until you get home. A lawyer walks into a bar and says, is this where I take the exam? I have a good friend, Sam. Sam is a musician. I asked him to write a song about the iPhone, and then Sam sung. My inflatable house got a puncture, so now I live in a flat. And how do you make a waterbed bouncier? Spring water, right? It is now my privilege to introduce you to Bill Mateja. Bill is a partner at the Dallas firm of Shepard Mullen. He is in the White Collar Defense and Corporate Investigations Unit and is one of the most accomplished and finest white-collar trial lawyers in the country. He focuses on healthcare fraud and securities enforcement. He is a former prosecutor with the United States Department of Justice, where he ran the DOJ's white-collar operations. He's a graduate of the Notre Dame School of Law. He's a perennial D Magazine super lawyer and has won every award the Dallas Bar Association has, as well as a list literally the length of my arm that is way too much to go into here. He is the 115th president of this, the largest and best local bar association in the United States. I'm proud to call him a friend, my friend, Bill Mateja.
So, folks, let's give it up again for Steve Gwynn, okay? You know, not only does he run a pretty good mock trial competition, but his dad jokes are not too bad, right? So, again, my name's Bill Mateja. Good afternoon. On behalf of the Dallas Bar Association, we welcome you to the Arts District Mansion, the home of the Dallas Bar Association and headquarters for your Texas high school mock trial competition. This year, I have the honor of being the 115th president of the Dallas Bar. And let me tell you just a little bit about our organization. I know you guys are antsy to hear about the top 10 and the top 4 as well. But the Dallas Bar Association is 151 years old. Our membership is made up of over 12,000 lawyers. Our members use this building every day of the week to attend continuing legal education programs and to plan activities such as this high school mock trial competition. So the DBA, as we call it, has been in charge of the mock trial program in the state since 1979. That was when I graduated from high school, okay? This is the program's 45th year. It has served over 500,000 students. Let me underscore that. 500,000 students have gone through the high school mock trial program here in Texas. This is the 8th year of our courtroom artist contest. If you haven't taken a look at the amazing artwork out front, please make sure you do before you leave. The success for all this is due in large part to great mock trial leaders we have had through the years, like Steve Gwynn, Jessica Alexander, Brad Johnson, Jamie Olin, Allison Rapon, Kevin Anders, Natalie Wyson, Brian Benitez, Don Wiley, and Taylor Robertson, who coordinate much of the competition. Will all of you stand and please be recognized? Let's give it up for them, guys, okay? And I'll tell you, the glue that brings all those guys together and that really makes it work, who works for the Dallas Bar Association, is none other than Melissa Garcia. Give it up for Melissa Garcia. And And finally, I want to thank, a very important thank you to the hundreds of parents who support the teams, the attorneys who judge the competition, and also who coach and advise the teams, and the judges who not only judge the competition, but also loan us their courtroom. Can I get a round of applause for them as well? Okay, so now that I've said some very important thank yous, okay, I want us all to kind of huddle up. You student competitors, I want you to kind of huddle up with me here for a second, because I'm going to tell you that mock trial has a very special place in my heart. Well, I didn't compete in mock trial in high school. I did in law school, and I've carried that amazing experience with me of being a mock trialer ever since I graduated from law school some 38 years ago, and I draw upon it regularly as a trial lawyer. On top of that, my best friend in life and godfather to my youngest daughter was my law school mock trial partner. The second-year law student who mentored us when we were first-year law students is one of the closest friends that I have in my life. There are a lot of great things that mock trial does for you. Not only does it force you to put yourself out there, it forces you to stand up on your own 2 feet. I congratulate each of you for doing just that, putting yourself out there and going through the grind to be able to stand up on your own 2 feet. This is going to serve you well in the future, regardless of whether you become a trial lawyer like me, you go into the business world, or you undertake any other job. Shoot, it's going to help you be a leader within your family, amongst your friends, in your neighborhood, and just simply in life. You see, trials, whether they be mock or real, aren't for the faint of heart. You have to put yourself out there. You may win, you may lose. They challenge us. They make us put it out on the line. When I think about trial work, I'm reminded of that terrific quote by President Theodore Roosevelt that's often referred to as the man in the arena quote, and it goes just like this. It is not the critic who counts, nor the man who points how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man in the arena who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming, but who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat. That is an amazing quote. The experience that you guys have gone through and will continue to go through, this is what that's all about. Each of you have spent your time in a worthy cause. Each of you are a man or woman in the arena. Each of you have put your blood, sweat, and tears into this event, otherwise you wouldn't be here. Again, I congratulate you for this, the hard work that goes into it, and the gumption that it takes to do it. The last thing I want to leave you with to think about is how mock trials and real trials both teach us important lessons in winning and in losing. Lessons in how to be a gracious winner, and especially how to be a gracious loser. Because I'm sure, and I'd be willing to bet, that none of us in this room have never lost a mock trial or a real trial round. Right, Steve Wynn? When you win, be sure you do it humbly. Be sure to congratulate the other side for putting themselves out there and for the effort that they put into it, and mean it. Be sure to let that win simmer inside yourself, revel in it, and allow it, again humbly, to boost your confidence in yourself. And when you lose, be sure to be classy, because nobody likes a sore loser. Take that loss and learn from it, but don't dwell on it either. Pick yourself up, get back on the saddle, all the wiser because you played the loss back in your mind, evaluated what you could have done better, and set in place a game plan to win the next time out. Just like putting yourself out there and learning how to stand up on your own 2 feet, mock trial teaches us important lessons in winning and losing that you'll be able to draw on for the rest of your life. And you may be thinking, maybe I'm making too big a deal out of this, but let me say I'm not. Like I said, I draw on my mock trial experiences every day. I used to be a federal prosecutor. I tried a lot of cases. I was in the courtroom almost every day. I'm on the other side now, and while I may not be trying as many cases as I used to, I'm still battling it out in the courtroom. I just finished a 5-week trial out in West Texas. I've got 2 huge trials in April and in May. I win some, I lose some. I have the gumption to stand up in front of judges and juries, and I have to be willing to put myself out there, not just for me, but for my clients. Again, everything I learned in mock trial is in front and center in what I do today, whether it's as a trial lawyer, being president of the Dallas Bar Association, or being a dad to 2 great kids and a husband. It's great to have all of you here. Regardless if you make the top 10, whether you make the top 4, every one of you guys is a winner. You're a winner because you are here, okay? Congratulations for your accomplishments, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to address you. And Steve, I'm going to turn it back to you. Thanks.
Next on the agenda, we have Brad Johnson is the vice chair of the mock trial committee. He is going to do the team recognition. Brad?
Okay. If every school that was here got the amount of applause that you deserve, we would be here till probably tomorrow. So here's the way we're going to do it. Okay. I'm going to read a school name, and then we're all going to clap once. Okay? Those of you who have been here before know how that works. At the end, we'll all give everybody at least a little bit of the applause that you deserve. But as I read each school, one clap, please. And these are in alphabetical order, and that's the only order. Booker T. Washington High School for the Performing and Visual Arts. You got it. All right. Covenant Classical School. Creekview High School. Duchenne Academy of the Sacred Heart. El Paso High School. Sorry. Frisco CTE Center. George West High School. Good Shepherd School. Grace Academy of Georgetown. Judge Barefoot Sanders Law Magnet. Yeah, some of these names are really long, folks. Lamar Academy. Legacy Christian Academy. Lovejoy High School. McAllen Memorial High School. Monterey High School. Porter High School. Providence Classical School. Southwest Austin Mock Trial. The Oaks Christian Academy. Tivy High School. Uplift North Hills Preparatory. Vanguard College Preparatory School. Veritas Classical Academy. And Woodrow Wilson High School. Okay, and now, please, a round for everybody. Thank you.
So next, my son was doing his history homework, and he asked me what I knew about Galileo. I said, well, he was a poor boy from a poor family. See, your parents are going to like that more than you guys. Hummingbirds are just birds that forgot the words. I read this morning that there's a brand new law that they just passed that requires headlights to be turned on when it's raining in Sweden. And I thought, how am I supposed to know when it's raining in Sweden? I recently discovered And it was very, very sad that I discovered that my universal control does not, in fact, control the universe, not even remotely. I just ordered from Amazon a chicken and an egg, and I will let you know. Hey. Difference in knowledge and wisdom. Knowledge is knowing that tomato is a fruit. Wisdom is not putting tomatoes in a fruit salad. Let's give away some awards, shall we? I'm going to... I'd like to call up my friend Don Wiley to present the Judy Yarbrough Team Professionalism Award. Don?
So, two very disappointed mock trial teams and a thoroughbred horse went into a bar. And the bartender said, "Why the long face?" Okay, I'll only do one. So I had the opportunity in 1979. I wasn't in high school. I was actually practicing law, Bill. But I had the opportunity in 1979 to be sworn in to practice by former Chief Justice Robert Calvert, Chief Justice of the Texas Supreme Court. I had the opportunity to work with him. And he said of professionalism that professionalism is the oil on the wheels of justice. And the Judy Yarbrough Team Professionalism Award is given every year at each state competition to the mock trial team who demonstrates the qualities of fair play, a professional demeanor, if they were courteous both inside and outside the courtroom, and they showed respect for the court and opposing counsel. And after being voted by a jury of their peers, the prestigious 3-foot wooden gavel award, which is the largest award that is given at the state competition, it's given to the winning team every year at the luncheon. And the award is named for Judy Yarbrough, who actually helped start not only the Texas State High School mock trial competition, but she actually really helped get started the entire national high school competition. She served as the state coordinator for over 30 years, and she served as the national coordinator twice when the competition was held here in Dallas. The award is provided by the Gwynn Family Foundation. And Steve, if you want to pick up the gavel. The winner this year was awarded on 12 of 16 ballots and won all 4 votes on 2 of those ballots. So it's pretty clear that there was one winner. And that would be the 2024 winner, Frisco CTE. The whole team. The whole team come forward, please. Congratulations. Steve?
Congratulations, guys. Next, I'd like to call Allison Rapond up to tell us about the art competition this year.
Hi, everybody. I love the Courtroom Artist Contest. It's one of my favorite things because it's something I can't do. I'm not an artist, but I want to compliment the art this year because it is just better than we've seen in years past. Each year it keeps getting better and better and better. And so I want to compliment our courtroom artists. And if y'all will go ahead and stand up to be recognized. Y'all can have a seat. We had 17 artists this year qualify for state, which is an incredible number. And each piece, as a committee, we were looking and we thought each piece was incredible. We have a professional artist named Barbara Armstrong who comes and judges our courtroom art each year. Ms. Armstrong has a BFA in studio art, and she works in Dallas as both a art teacher and a professional working artist. And she always enjoys judging the art competition. She was up very late last night judging all of your incredible work. And she compliments all of you and encourages you to continue on your journey as artists. And now I get to recognize our top 3 artists. And so I'm gonna start with third place. And our third place artist this year is Reagan I'm sorry, am I saying your name wrong? From Flower Bluff High School in Corpus Christi. Reagan, if you'll come up. Yeah, you can come on up, yeah. We also want to recognize George West High School, who had Reagan with her, paired with them this year. Our second placed artist is Lola Saldana from Booker T. Washington. And our winner this year in an incredible field of courtroom artists, and I encourage all to look at the work that's outside in the lobby. It's going to be Bella Anderson. And Bella is from Fox Tech High School in San Antonio, and she was paired with Tivy High School. And Bella gets to travel with our winning state champion to nationals in Delaware. And with that, I'll turn it back over to Steve Quinn.
Congratulations, Bella. That's great. You get to go to Delaware. It's not a punishment, I promise. It may seem like a punishment. Next, I would like to call up Taylor Robertson to tell us about Outstanding Advocate, Outstanding Witness, and give us the honorable mention teams. Taylor?
All right, let's give away some awards. As many of you know, but we'll go ahead and go over it again. To qualify for the Outstanding Witness or the Outstanding Advocate Award, a student must receive all 3 ballots in one round or 2 ballots or more in multiple rounds. And so we will start with the Outstanding Witness Award. These will be in no particular order. And if you'll please stand to be recognized. First, from Veritas Classical, Lily Ann Moore. From Lamar Academy, Veronica Gomez. From Booker T. Washington, Aaron Mansour. From Frisco CTE, Esha Bondi. Sitting at the same table and also from Frisco CTE, Alhena Tahuden. Next, from the law magnet, Joshu Liu. From Legacy Christian Academy, Joshua Chung. From Creekview, Sofina Boychenko. And our last candidate for Outstanding Witness is from Vanguard College Prep, Marshall Way. Woo, Marshall is excited. Yeah. Okay, let's see if we can match that reaction for our winner, who took a large majority of ballots. Your winner from Frisco CTE, Alhena Tahuden. Come on. Tell her, be careful with that. All right, before we move on to the Outstanding Advocate Award, I just wanted to make the entire state competition aware that recently the Dallas Bar Association renamed the Outstanding Advocate Award for the state competition. It is now the Stephen W. Gwynn Outstanding Advocate Award. Yes. As you know, Steve is a trial lawyer for over 30 years. He began involved in mock trial almost immediately, 30 years ago, and got onto the committee 25 years ago and has been running this competition for 17 years. I believe there's no better person that this should be named after. So, and with that, the same category of criteria, we're going to go through the candidates, those who have qualified for the Outstanding Advocate Award, or now the Stephen W. Gwynn Outstanding Advocate Award. First, again, in no particular order, from Lamar Academy, Miriam Dagestani. I see a familiar name from Creekview, Sofina Boychenko. Another familiar name from Legacy Christian, Joshua Chung. From the Law Magnet, Andrea Nova. Also from the Law Magnet, Ari Arceo. From Tyvee, Abe Dozier. From Uplift North Hills, Alexandra Stanton. From Woodrow, Anna Nicholson. From Monterey, Townley Moore. From El Paso, Sophia Reese. From Frisco CTE, Maya Silberman. From Veritas Classical, Benjamin Willis. And finally, our last candidate from Southwest Austin Mock Trial, Carson Collins. And this year's winner, the inaugural recipient of the Stephen W. Gwynn Outstanding Advocate Award, took a majority of ballots in all 4 rounds, including 3 against teams that finished in the top 10. Your winner this year, Maya Silberman. All right, congratulations to both recipients. At this time, if there's anybody here who will be judging, presiding, or scoring for the semis or final rounds, please leave the mansion at this time. And while that happens, as the state competitors, I'm going to give you an actual opportunity to give me input for next year's case. As you know, we switch criminal and civil every other year, therefore next year will be criminal. I'll give you 2 options, and by a round of applause, we'll see which one we favor. Dead body, something else. All right? We need a second? We need a second? Okay. First, dead body. Anything else? It's closer than I thought. All right. That's duly noted. All right, here we go. Before I start the rundown on your top 10, I'm a numbers guy, and I will give you some data from the state competition. The split between plaintiff and defendant was 56 to 44%. No team finished with all 12 ballots. The difference between 10th place and 11th place and 12th place and 13th place was a single ballot. The break point between 5th and 4th was 9 points, less than 1% of the overall score. As you know, this is not a game of inches, it is a game of fractions of inches. Starting with 10th place, this year's Texas High School Mock Trial Competition, Creekview. Come on down. In 9th place, Veritas Classical. Next, in 8th place, Woodrow Wilson. All right, in 5th place, I'm just kidding. All right. In 7th place, Vanguard College Prep. In 6th place, the Law Magnet. Okay, this is the tough one. This year, in 5th place of the Texas High School Mock Trial Competition is Providence Classical. All right, congratulations. And just like, what is it, British baking, I cede the fun part to, yeah.
Fun part. Who here knows what the Bulwer-Lytton competition is? Don't look it up. Either you know or you don't know. Who knows what the Bulwer-Lytton competition is, other than Brad? The Bulwer-Lytton Fiction Contest challenges participants to write a terrible opening sentence to the worst novel ever written. It honors Sir Edward George Bulwer-Lytton, who in 1830 began a novel with the phrase, "It was a dark and stormy night." So here's a few winners from last year. The second she stepped into my office, I knew she was trouble. Sarah Trouble. She was wearing a name tag, and I'm a detective. They're supposed to be bad. I didn't write these. John was a police officer, and Mary was a serial killer. And just like that, you think you know how it's going to end. But John lived in New York, and Mary lived in London. And they were both afraid of airplanes. So you're not so smart, are you? Okay. We have 4 teams vying for a chance to go to lovely Wilmington, Delaware. I was there in 2008. The advice they gave us was don't walk on the streets after dark. Yeah. Thrilling stuff right there. Okay, if you're not one of the 4 teams that we announced, please stay in your seats so that those 4 teams can get into their cars and get back over to the courthouse. We've got a semifinal that we're going to run, and we need them to get over there and get back through security, take their belts off, take your shoes off, all the other stuff you got to do. In no particular order, Uplift North Hills. Frisco CTE. El Paso High School. And Booker T. Washington School for the Visual and Performing Arts. Thank you, guys. It's been a great year. We look forward to seeing everybody next year. Everybody take care.
Thank you, everyone, for a great, great competition season. We'll see you next year. Thank you. Thank you.